MAGA influencers are increasingly turning on Trump. Some of them are being a little more careful. Some of them go, I don't know why Trump would allow Pam Bondi to do this. But there are others, certainly Candace Owens, Tucker Carlson's getting closer to it, who are straight up saying, this isn't what we were told was going to happen. Here is Tucker Carlson speaking with Charlie Kirk, saying that the dismissal of the Epstein files that we are now seeing, he's not buying it.
Are you joking? You're not going to shout me down, by the way, at this point. I spent 4 years being shouted down by the left for asking, I thought, pretty reasonable questions. I have always felt very moderate. I'm not a hater at all, and I'm not going to become one. And I don't think my questions are insane. They may be stupid, but if they're stupid, then just speak slowly so I can understand as you answer them. They're not crazy. And if they are, tell me how. But dismissing me out of hand by attacking my motive is not going to work. And telling me that my question is an insult to the children who died in Texas in a flood is an outrageous response. Anyway, sorry. And I say that with love, but I voted against that kind of crap. It's not just the argument, it's the style of argument. You are not allowed to dismiss my questions as a United States citizen with a wave of the hand and an attack on my character. You get the middle finger in the face from me for doing that until you stop doing it. So I think we have an absolute right to demand sensible answers. And the first question is, who the hell was Jeffrey Epstein working for? Why did Leon Black pay him $100 and something million for tax advice? Don't stop lying to me. It's not tax advice. I have an accountant. It's not that expensive.
So there is Tucker Carlson, a decided split from the talking points, certainly of the administration at this point in time. I think the truth is what Tucker himself was caught texting. Remember, Tucker's leaked texts exposed that he despises Trump and looks forward to when Trump is completely gone from politics. I think that was the truth publicly, of course. He plays buddy-buddy, and this is great, and that's great. But now it seems as though, to a degree, the floodgates have opened, and we have more and more of these MAGAs willing to say it. Candace Owens is another who has said a lot of things, including most recently, Trump is gaslighting the public, and this needs to change.
I can't reconcile this Donald Trump with the Trump that we're seeing right now, the Trump that is gaslighting the public right now, the Trump that I voted for across multiple elections. The Epstein scandal is definitely terminal cancer to Trump's MAGA movement. There's no question about that. I actually said to my husband this week, and we were talking about it, that in order for Trump to get out of this is how bad it is, in order for him to actually make the MAGA base forget this, like potentially move on from Jeffrey Epstein, he would essentially have to come right out and repeal income tax in the United States. And then we would be extremely happy. Everyone would be very happy. And then we'd go, actually, thanks, Trump, but we still remember the Epstein scandal and we want the list. That's how bad it is. There's just no making anybody forget about this Epstein scandal.
This is a growing list. This is not, much of what happens in the right-wing ecosystem is not really relevant to the global or national, rather, discussion of how this administration is perceived. But when you have Tucker Carlson, Candace Owens, Tim Pool, Megyn Kelly, it's a very long list, right? When you start seeing those people turn, and some of them are only turning on Bondi, not on Trump, I get that, but some of them are turning on Trump as well, or at least saying this is a mistake. I still like his tariff policy. I like his tax ideas. I like what he's doing on immigration. I like what he claims he wants to do on so-called men and women's sports. Right. We like that stuff. But this is not good. When you have this level of that in the right-wing ecosystem, it's going to become a problem. Now, the guy who's holding on is Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk, one of the biggest, most brown-nosing supporters of Trump. He has just put out a statement saying he's done talking about Epstein. He just trusts the administration. He believes the administration is doing what they need to do and what's best. So other than Charlie Kirk, a lot of these, even Fox News is saying this is a ticking time bomb. Elon Musk, who of course has turned on Trump, fine. This is a real problem. And what the left needs to be ready to do is exploit it. So I'm going to be speaking to the House Minority Leader, Hakeem Jeffries, a little bit today. I'm going to ask him, aside from what's happening in the independent media ecosystem, should the Democratic Party be exploiting this Epstein thing? Or does Jeffries want Democrats to stay away from it? So that's upcoming. Make sure that you are subscribed to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/The David Pakman Show. You know, I'll often talk to my friends about what do we really think is private on our computers and on our phones. And many people believe that their emails are genuinely private. And it turns out that a lot of the email services are looking at your emails and can look at your emails even after you have deleted them, which is why I recommend our sponsor, StartMail, a trusted name in secure email for more than a decade. StartMail is based in the Netherlands. Netherlands is known for very strong data protection laws. Your emails won't be scanned. Your emails won't be tracked. StartMail will block those invasive tracking pixels so you won't be monitored by companies and by hackers. And when you delete an email in StartMail, it is gone for good. Your data stays private. They are all in on this with a ton of features, including aliases to keep you anonymous, strong encryption with your emails. It is super easy to move to StartMail. It's a few clicks, migrate your emails, migrate your contacts. You really can't go wrong. Try StartMail for yourself, completely free for 7 days at startmail.com/Pakman, which will also give you 50% off your first year. The link is in the description.